Hi guys, welcome to today's class. Today is going to be focusing on full body actually. So we're going to be doing a full body flow. It's going to be dynamic and it's going to be building some heat for us. We're going to be focusing on balancing poses, opening our upper chest, as well as working on our hamstrings and glutes. So let's make our way over to the mat. We're going to begin standing in mountain pose. I'll go make my way over there and let's begin. All right, friends. So standing tall at the top of the mat, you're pressing all corners of your feet into the mat. We're going to inhale, reach our arms overhead. Take a moment here to notice if your shoulders are scrunching up to your ears and try to work to pull your shoulders down a bit. You're going to be tucking your tailbone so that you don't have a huge curve in your lower back. We're going to do some side stretches here, so we'll lean to the right, maybe grabbing our right wrist with our left hand. Take a breath or two here. Back to center, and then going to the left side, so maybe grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, leaning to the left, but still having integrity in both feet, that they're pressing firmly into the mat, acting as your anchors, and that you're tucking your tailbone still slightly. You don't want to have that huge arch in your lower back. Inhale back to center, and we'll do this twice more on each side, so flowing with the pace of your breath. Make sure to take a breath or two while you're in the side stretch. Try not to rush this move. Enjoying the stretch along your side and opening of your armpits and side body. And once you finish, you'll meet back in center. Bring your hands to prayer position and through to your heart. Close your eyes here for 3 soft breaths. You'll gently open your eyes and begin heel-toeing your feet to be as wide as the mat. You want to have your toes pointing outwards and your heels inwards. We're going to slowly bring the seat down for Malasana or a yogi squat. And you're going to use your prayer hands, pushing your elbows out to push into your knees, to open your hips up even wider. So you're actively pressing those elbows into your knees. You want to take a moment to make sure that your spine is nice and straight. It's a tendency to maybe hunch over in Malasana, and you really want to work to make your spine energetic as well. Take 5 breaths here. Maybe tucking your chin slightly and looking down towards the mat or closing your eyes. You'll release the right hand to the mat, pressing those right fingertips into the mat and using that right elbow to open up the right knee. You'll inhale, extend the left arm. You're in a twist in Malasana, looking towards your left fingertips. Take 5 deep breaths here. Each breath maybe taking you a little bit further in the twist. Back to center. We'll We'll go right to the opposite side, so you're planting your left hand into the ground, working to open up your left knee with that left elbow, and you'll inhale, extend the right arm. Looking towards your right fingertips. You know what to do. 5 breaths here. Bringing it back to center. You're going to walk your hands behind your seat and lower your seat onto the mat. Bringing your feet together, we're going to rock up and down along the spine to massage the spine and create some energy in our body. So begin rocking gently back and forth. You can also choose to go into plow once here while you're rocking back and forth. So if you would like to do that, you place your hands face down on the mat. Inhale, go into your shoulder stand, and then bring your feet overhead. Once you're here, you're tucking your chin and looking towards the ceiling. And you're trying to bring your toes down to the mat. Hold here for a couple breaths. And then continue rocking up and down, bringing your feet off from overhead, and just gently rocking back and forth again. Next time you've made it to the top of the mat, cross your feet, bring your hands onto the mat, and you're either going to step back into high plank or jump. From high plank, we're going to lower down for Chaturanga. So using your core control and stability, lower down slowly with control. We're going to do 3 baby cobras here. So bringing your forehead on the mat to begin with. We'll inhale, rise up, and exhale, release. Twice more. Bringing your hands by your ribs, curl your back toes, press yourself up for plank, and push the seat back for a down dog. You're going to make sure that your feet are hip width apart and you're trying to press your heels towards the mat. Your elbow creases are shining to the front of the mat and your head is heavy, maybe slightly tucking your chin. You can begin to pedal the dog slowly here, so inhale, reach the left heel up and push the right heel down. Exhale, right heel up, left heel down. Keep alternating here, following the pace of your breath. Then press both heels down to the mat and we'll begin to flow. So bringing your knees down to the mat very slowly with control. Bringing the tops of your feet down to the mat so that they act as anchors and your hands are directly beneath your shoulders. You're in all fours and we're going to begin by bringing ourselves into a neutral spine. So you want to make sure you're not dipping your belly too low or arching your back. You want to find a sort of middle ground. Extend the left leg and place the toes onto the mat. Just begin gently rocking back and forth here, building your soft breath. And then you're going to inhale, lift those left toes, and we're going to do a small but important exercise here where you're going to have the toes pointing towards the mat. Take a deep breath, inhale, point them towards the left side of the room, and then back to center. We're going to do this 3 more times. So make sure that you keep breathing. And even though it feels like small, minor movements, they're actually really important to make sure that you're always focusing on small muscles as well. Once you're ready and your toes are pointing back towards the mat, you're going to make sure your right hand is planted, and you're going to inhale, extend the left arm towards the ceiling, opening up to the left side of the room. Take a deep breath here, and exhale, let it all go. One more deep breath, and exhale, bend that left knee. See if you can grab onto your left foot, and inhale, open up the left hip even more. Hold here for 5 breaths. You'll gently release that left foot, bringing the foot down to the mat. Rotate your shoulders towards the mat and bend that left knee. You're back in all fours. Extend your right leg and push back and forth on those toes. Inhale, reach the right leg up, and we're going to begin bringing our toes, pointing them towards the right side of the room, and then back to center. 3 more times, pointing to the right and back to center. Keep breathing. Once you've finished, your toes will be pointing down. You're going to make sure that your left hand is planted into the ground firmly, and you'll inhale, extend your right arm, opening up to the right side of the room. Take a deep breath here, maybe letting out a sigh. You'll bend your right leg and try to see if you can grab onto that right foot, opening up to the right side of the room. Hold here for 5 breaths. Gently release that foot, bringing it down to the mat. Rotate your shoulders towards the mat, bend your right knee, you're back in all fours. We're gonna do some cat-cows to warm up the spine. So starting in a neutral spine, tops of the feet and hands are acting as anchors into the mat. And we're gonna inhale, dip the belly, look towards the ceiling. Exhale, suck the navel in, arch the back and tuck the chin. Keep going. The inhale brings you into cow, dipping the belly. And the exhale allows you to curl into cat. 3 more times. Try not to rush this. Feel free to make your cat-cows as exaggerated as you'd like today. And once you've finished, you'll bring yourself back to a neutral spine. You're going to curl those back toes, walk your hands out just a bit in front of you, pressing those fingers into the mat, and you'll inhale, push your feet up for a down dog. Take a moment here to take a deep breath. So inhale through your nostrils and exhale from your mouth. Planting your left foot, inhale, reach the right leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin to bend that right knee and open up the right hip to the right side of the room. On your next inhale, curl in that knee, bringing it into your chest, and then step that foot in between your hands. You're in a low lunge. You're going to inhale, look up towards the ceiling, broadening the chest, pressing into those fingertips, And then exhale, bring your gaze down to the mat. We're gonna step off into warrior three. So we're gonna lift that back left foot. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale and use the strength of the right leg to lift that left foot off the mat. You can have your hands gently on the floor in front of you. Both your legs are fully extended and your left foot is flexed. You can also choose to bring your hands to prayer position by your heart. Wherever you land, try to take a couple breaths, maybe focusing on an object in front of you. You'll begin to gently bend that right knee and bring the left knee towards the front. You'll hug that left knee in, interlacing your fingers over your left shin. Take a deep breath here. We're going to cross that left leg over the right, opening up the left hip to the front of the room. We can bring our hands to prayer position by your heart. Your left foot is flexed here. And we're slowly going to start lowering down to the mat. Once you're pretty low, you can choose to bring your fingertips on the mat in front of you for extra stability if you feel like you need it, or you can keep your hands at prayer position. You can also try to take a bind here by wrapping your right hand around your right foot, and then bringing your left hand to meet your right in prayer position. You'll feel the opening in your right glute and hamstrings. Take a couple breaths here. Exhale, gently unbind if you're in the bind. If your hands are on the floor in front of you, just bring yourself up a bit. Start extending your right leg, uncross your left leg, and push it back to warrior three. You're going to bend into your right foot, bring your hands to the mat, left foot to the mat. You're in a low lunge again. Start rocking back and forth gently. You'll feel the massage along the left hip flexor. Then press your hands firmly into the mat, step the right foot back, you're in high plank. Lower down for Chaturanga and take a Cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back into down dog. This time planting the right foot, you're going to inhale, reach the left leg up for one-legged dog. Bending the left knee, opening up the left hip to the left side of the room. Hold here for a moment. And then start curling in that knee. Bringing it up to your chest and then in between your hands. You're in a low lunge position. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing your gaze down to the mat. You know what we're going to do now. We're going to step that right foot off for warrior three. So inhale, up it goes. Extending that right leg towards the back of the mat. Your right foot is flexed. You can choose to have prayer hands or placing your hands onto the mat. You're trying to make that right foot active, so you're not just letting it hang here, but you're actively trying to push it up. And then bend into that left knee, bring your right knee all the way up to the front of the mat. Hug it into your chest, interlacing your fingers around your right shin. Take a deep breath here. Then cross your right leg over your left, opening up your right hip. We're going to start lowering down to the mat. So bending your left knee, bring your hands by prayer position. Once you're low enough to touch the mat, you can bring your hands down for a little extra stability, or you can keep your hands up prayer, doing the bind maybe, so bringing your left arm around your left foot, and then meeting the right hand for prayer position. Feeling that wonderful stretch in your right glute and hamstrings. Take a couple breaths here. Exhale, extend that left leg, uncross your right leg, and extend the right leg towards the back of the mat for warrior 3. Bending into your left knee, place your hands on the mat, step your right foot back, you're in a low lunge. Start rocking back and forth gently, feeling that massage on your right hip flexors, maybe closing your eyes. Press your hands firmly into the mat, step your right foot back, high plank. Lower down for Chaturanga, taking Cobra or Up Dog. Hands are by your ribs, curl your back toes, press yourself up to plank, and push that seat back to a down dog. Take a moment here, taking a deep breath in, and exhale from your mouth. We're gonna plant our left foot, inhale, reach the right leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin curling in the knee, and then place that foot in between your hands. You're back in a low lunge. We're gonna lift that left foot off the mat for warrior 3. You got this. So on your next inhale, gather that strength and reach that left foot off the mat. Maybe now you can bring your hands to prayer position. Conscious awareness to the breath here. And then if your hands are in prayer, bring your right hand down to the mat and you'll extend your left arm, opening up to the left side of the room. You're in Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Staring at an object for a point of focus. You're going to bend into that right leg, place your right hand onto the mat, and step your left foot to meet the right. Now we're in a forward fold. We're going to take a moment here to enjoy this. So inhale, halfway lift, and then place your chest onto your knees here. Maybe grabbing the backs of your ankles. Let your body feel heavy and relaxed. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat in front of you and slowly start ragdolling up, one vertebra at a time. Once you come to Tadasana or standing mountain pose, close your eyes. Your palms are face up by your body here. And just take a moment to observe how your body is feeling. Maybe your temperature is rising. Maybe you're getting some tingling sensations in your body. Just take a moment to connect mind and body here, observing what's going on inside. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms overhead, and swan dive forward, hinging from the hips. You'll inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Place your hands into the mat, step back to high plank, and lower down for Chaturanga. You'll inhale, taking Cobra or Up Dog, and then exhale to Down Dog. You're going to plant the right foot and inhale, reach the left leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin curling in that knee and place it in between your hands. Inhale, low lunge. We're going to step that right foot off for warrior 3. So inhale, reach it up. Maybe your hands are by your heart in prayer position or down on the mat. You're gonna, if your hands are at prayer position by your heart, reaching your left hand down to the mat, you're gonna inhale, extend the right arm, opening up to the right side of the room. Ardha Chandrasana on the opposite side. Bend into that left knee and bring the right foot to meet the left. You're back in a forward fold and melt your chest over your knees here. We're going to inhale, sweep the hands behind us, interlocking the fingers. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back here, and then fold your chest over your knees even more. Your hands are pointing towards the ceiling and overhead. You're tucking your chin and your head is heavy. Take 5 breaths here. Exhale, gently release your fingertips, resist that fling, and then place your fingertips on the mat. Pressing your fingers into the mat, you're going to step your right foot back, then left foot, you're in plank. Lower down for Chaturanga and take a Cobra or up dog. Listening to your body here, finding what feels good. Your hands are by your ribs, curl your back toes, press yourself up to plank, and push yourself down, back to downward dog. Take one last deep breath in downward dog. So inhale through your nostrils and exhale from your mouth. Bend your knees and lower your knees down to the mat. Walking your hands closer to your body, sitting back on your heels. We're going to begin to do some cooling down, unwinding poses. So we're going to go into gate pose. I'm going to turn to face you guys so you can see me easily, but you can stay at the back of your mat. We're going to inhale, rise up on our shins. Extend your arms and bring them to shoulder height. We're going to extend the right leg first, pointing those toes to the right side of the room. Press your foot down to the mat. Take a deep inhale, building the breath from your lower abdomen up to your upper chest. And exhale, hinge to the right, dropping your right hand to your right ankle or shin, extending your left arm towards the sky or ceiling here. Looking towards those fingertips, take 5 breaths. Inhale, back to center, bend that right knee and bring it to meet the left. We'll go to the opposite side, so extend your left leg, pointing those toes to the left side of the room, placing your foot firmly down on the mat. Your arms are extended at shoulder height. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, hinge to the left, finding your left shin or ankle. Maybe one side is easier than the other. Extending your right hand and looking towards those right fingertips. 5 breaths here. Inhale, bring yourself back to center and then bend your left knee, meeting facing the right. Sit back on your heels and flip your palms face up to rest on your thighs. Close your eyes and just listen to your breath here. Gently begin to open your eyes, and we're going to go into hero pose from here. So I'm just going to bring myself to face the front of the mat. We're sitting back on our heels to begin with, and then you're going to bring your weight forward and just walk your knees out just a bit so that you can bring your seat down to the mat. Your legs are right beside you and your feet are tucked in. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, start to lower down onto your elbows. And maybe you stay here and you feel like you're getting a big enough stretch on your glutes and hamstrings that this is enough for you, and this variation is great and it's still giving you what you need. If you feel like you have a little bit more room and you want to try the next variation, you can come off your elbows and come down completely onto the mat. Resting here for 5 breaths in whichever variation you landed in. If you're down on the mat, you're going to press into your elbows to lift yourself up. We're going to bring our palms onto the mat behind us and lift ourselves up to sitting, bringing our weight forward and bringing our knees together. We're going to go in an extended child's pose now. So bring your knees as wide as the mat and bring your toes together. Bringing your seat down to your heels, extend your arms towards the front of the mat, resting your forehead on the mat here. Keep reaching to the front of the mat, opening up the sides of your body. And take 5 easy, relaxing breaths. We'll slowly lift our gaze to look up, walk our hands closer to our body, coming back onto our heels. Swing your legs to any side, finding a seated position, and extend your legs in front of you. We're going to come to a forward fold now, so you want to make sure your feet are flexed, your legs are fully extended, your spine is straight, and your shoulders are pulling away from your ears. You're going to inhale, reach your arms overhead, lengthening the spine, and then exhale, melt forward. Maybe touching your ankles or your toes, your shins. You can micro bend your knees here. Whatever variation you find today, just make sure that you're trying to lengthen the spine as well while you're in the forward fold. You don't want to completely just kind of melt over and arch your back, but you want to find a balance between lengthening the spine and folding over. 3 more breaths. And exhale, gently release. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So extend your arms at shoulder height and slowly start to lower down. 1 vertebra at a time. Using your core control. And once you've made it, come to lying down. We're going to do a big toe reclined pose. So inhale, bend your right knee and hug in your knee into your chest. Wrap your peace finger or index finger around the big toe and inhale to extend the right leg. Feel free to have a micro bend here if it feels easier and you're not there yet. That's no problem at all. Everybody's got to build their practice. 3 more breaths. And exhale, gently bend the right knee, release the toe, and extend that leg to the back of the mat. We're gonna inhale, bend the left knee, and hug it into the chest. Notice that your right foot is still flexed and it's active. So we're not letting that right foot just kind of hang there like this, but we're trying to bring energy and activating our muscles in our right leg, even though it's not the one that we're doing the pose with. We're gonna wrap our index finger or peace finger around the left big toe and extend that leg towards the sky. Maybe micro bending. You'll find that each side is different, so try to be mindful and adjust to your body here. 2 more breaths. And then release that toe, bending the left leg and extending it to the back of the mat. This time we're gonna bend both our knees into our chest. Give yourself a big hug. And then we're gonna go into happy baby. So we're gonna wrap our index finger around both big toes and open the feet wide. You're pressing your knees down towards the mat. And you can start rocking maybe on your spine, giving your spine a nice massage. Or if it feels good to stay still in happy baby, do that. Remember that this is your practice and your time. So always finding a variation that works for your body. Take 2 more deep breaths. Then release your big toes, hug your knees into your chest. And we're gonna do one last move before coming into our final resting pose. So bring your hands, your arms to cactus arms, so you're bending the elbows and then placing them onto the mat. You're gonna let your knees fall to the right side, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Bringing your gaze back to the middle, and then you'll let your knees fall gently to the left side, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And then you're going to extend your legs fully down to the mat. Placing your hands alongside your body, palms face up. You're in your final resting pose, Shavasana. You want to work here to close your eyes, making sure that your facial features are soft. Your eyebrows and eyebrows are soft and there's no furrowing of the eyebrows or frowning. Your lips are soft, your jaws unclenched. You're working to pull your shoulders away from your ears, melting them into the mat. If you feel tension anywhere else in your body, try to bring conscious awareness and breathe into this area. Resting your eyes and letting yourself completely surrender to this moment. If you would like to stay in Shavasana for longer past this video, please feel free to stay lying down. You do not need to move. Otherwise, if you need to get going, we're going to begin bringing awareness to the body. So take deeper and longer inhales. Maybe wiggling your toes and fingers, nodding your head left to right. We're going to bring our hands to prayer position, bringing our thumbs to our third eye in between our eyebrows. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Namaste. That's the end of our practice today. I hope you guys enjoyed and you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now.